How's it going, Panther fans? This is Ed Boogie here. I want to give my Carolina Panther free agent thoughts. What would I do if I were Dave Gettleman? If I were the man in charge? If I were the general manager of the Carolina Panthers, who would I keep? Who would I get rid of? I'm sure y'all were just dying to know. Well, now I'm going to tell you. There are a number of things that Carolina has already done. For example, we I just found out like an hour ago that Carolina released Mike Tolbert, and we also released who was the other fool? Oh, Paul Soliai. Paul Soliai. We released both of them. My thoughts on this: Paul Soliai, I would have liked to keep, um, because I'm a little rusty here. But who do we have at defensive tackle? We have Kyle Edwards, Kawan Short. We have I can't remember. Star Lotulele. And we have some other droney I can't even remember. But it shows what off season rust I have right now. I'm definitely in off season mode. But I feel like he was a good contributor. You know what I mean? And I feel like he, for as long as he was pretty cheap. How much was his contract? 3.5 million. Oh no, you can go. Never mind. Forget what I just said. He can definitely go, old ass motherfucker. Uh, but as far as Mike Tolbert goes, I think he can go as well. It looks like he's 31 years old, and his contract actually isn't that much. However, um, he's overrated. He really hasn't been productive for the most part. He might have the occasional good play here and there, but overall, he hasn't been that productive since the 2013 season. And I really have no issue with this at all. And in fact, I'm kind of happy about it. Um, as far as his Pro Bowl, going to the Pro Bowl, that's all well and good, but that's more bragging rights than anything. You know what I mean? Because as we all know, the Pro Bowl is it's a name recognition thing, uh, and it's a popularity contest. People put Tolbert in, they vote him in because they recognize his name, and that's about it. Um, so he can go. Y'all remember that play against Seattle where first play of the game, Derek Anderson throws it to Fat Tolbert and he drops it and it gets a pick six the other way. I mean, that's fucking ridiculous. You know what I mean? It's shit like that that makes me relieved that he's actually going. And I know that sounds kind of harsh and blunt, but I mean, I'm just telling the truth. Sorry if that's offensive. Now, we also re-signed Wes Horton and Mario Addison. Wes Horton, I'm kind of indifferent about. I feel like we should have let him test the waters, so to speak. And if he found a new home, which he probably would, who cares? They would probably overpay him anyway. And whatever. He's not all that. He's really not. So I'm indifferent about that. Mario Addison, great pickup, or addition. You know what I mean. You know what I'm trying to say. But he obviously is a sack artist, and if he can just pick up a little more bulk, a little more weight and power, I think he can really be a complete all around defensive end. But that aside, he really truly is a sack artist, and I'm glad to get him back, especially only for 7.5 million, and he's getting close to 10 sacks this season. So I think that's a bargain. You have Kawan Short, who is going to be making something like 13.4 million this year, according to SpotTrack.com. I hope that's an accurate figure. That number is a little high, but it's not as high as what Charles Johnson was robbing us. You know what I mean? Because Charles Johnson was getting like 17 mil, over 17 mil, and he's not even a quarterback. It makes no sense. Charles Johnson is pretty much washed up at this point. He can get the occasional forced fumble, but he hasn't been the same since that New England game where he got injured. And by the way, I'm not really looking forward to Carolina going up to Foxborough. I'm sure they're going to get raped. Um, hopefully we can put in a good game. I mean, Seattle actually went over there, and got a W. So that was good for them. But I kind of doubt that we'll be able to pull it off. But nonetheless, don't dislike my video, please, just for me saying that, because I'm just keeping it real. Other free agents: Charles Johnson, he can go. Mike Remmers, you are annoying, and I so hope Dave Gettleman makes the right choice and gets rid of you, because Remmers was good for one good costly penalty every single game. Every single game, he would get a holding, a false start, this, that, and the other. It would come at the most inopportune times. We get into the red zone, say we're at the 10 or the 15. Oh, false start. Thanks a lot, jackass. I don't like Mike Remmers, and I hope he gets the boot. We can do so much better. Now, granted, he's at least a couple steps better than Nate Chandler and Byron Bell. But boy, he's too costly, in terms of making his mistakes. Not in terms of money. Ted Ginn, we should definitely bring him back for sure. We seem to just be a better team when he's on our squad. I don't know why. He doesn't fit in anywhere else. He didn't fit in with San Fran. He didn't fit in with Arizona. But he fits in here. And, despite the fact that he might drop a few Cam Newton bombs that are right to his fucking hands, despite that fact, he catches more than he drops. And I was pleased enough with his 2016 performance to say, yeah, go ahead and bring him back. Who else? Colin Jones? Nah, you can go. You can go. Teddy Williams, Michael Griffin can go. Ryan Wendell, I don't know who the hell you are. You can go. Chris Scott can stay. Chris Scott is very versatile. I think he can pretty much play any position along the offensive line. And go ahead and bring him back. He's only 29, a year older than I am. Go ahead and bring him back. You can't teach versatility. You just that's a pretty rare trait, I think. And Dave Gettleman, he every draft year, it seems like he always goes after the versatile guys. Always. So that's something to keep in mind when you're trying to think who is Carolina going to draft this year. Think versatility, and that'll answer your question. Maybe. Kyle Love, he's only 30 years old. We can certainly bring him back. I think he brings quality depth to our team, and I hope he's brought back. And chances are it would be at the veteran minimum too. So there's really no reason not to. Leonard Johnson, I don't care. And AJ Klein, I do hope we bring him back. He's only in his mid-20s, and chances are he's not gonna ask for a whole lot. And the guy, frankly, obviously he's not Luke Kuechly, but when he does come into the game, he makes some good plays. He's good in pass coverage. He's good at stopping the run. He's good pass rusher. He can do it all. Um, all of our linebackers are of, I would say, at a minimum B plus quality and up. I mean, our linebacking core probably is the best in the league. But anyway, that's my thoughts for free agents. I would give further thoughts for the draft and uh, other teams' free agents who I'd like us to bring in, but I don't. I understand most people have a short attention span, and I don't think people, when they see an upload from Ed Buggy, they're thinking, "Oh, yeah, yeah, I just want to listen to him yammer on for 20 minutes and yeah, he makes my day." But I think whatever. So I'm gonna try to piecemeal, what I mean, upload here, upload there, and you know keep it relatively short to medium length. But anyway, that's my thoughts on the Panthers free agents. Come back again, if you wish, for my thoughts on the draft and on other free agents. Until next time, I'll see ya. Peace. And shout out to Panther Nasty and Pat Coltrane and also Mario and Cali Blue. Shout out to y'all. I miss seeing your videos and stuff, and I hope to see some soon. Alright, peace.